quality cable shopping channel. A galaxy of collectibles for fans of the Starship Enterprise. Coming your way next on the Star Trek Collector's Special.
You know, Jimmy Doohan always told me that it was one of those things doesn't work too well, but you know, it works fine to get me here. Hello there and welcome to the Starship QVC. I'm Bob Bowersox, and this will be our second ever Star Trek special, and it's a real pleasure to have you with us again for another trip to the 21st to the 25th century. We have our very special guest coming your way. Nichelle Nichols will be up with you in just a moment. But now it's my very special guest, my very special pleasure to welcome to our Starship QVC here one of the crew members of the Starship Enterprise and one of the most beloved, a member of the most beloved acting troops in the world, Nichelle Nichols. Welcome. Welcome to QVC, Nichelle.
Hi, Bob. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to see you, and a real honor to have you with us here.
It's my pleasure.
And it's nice to have you with us for our second Star Trek special. And it really is a great year for not only the Star Trek fans, but for you and the crew.
Indeed.
Everyone. And we're going to
these are all very exciting. You know, all of the memorabilia and products. I'm very excited about them.
Sure. Now, we are going to start things off, Nichelle, by bringing back a little history for everyone and maybe some memories for you that we could talk about. If you're on the line, please stay on the line. We are absolutely swamped. There are so many folks calling in for all of these products. Please stay there. We have enough to cover every phone call, so please stay on the line if you're on the line. If you are getting a little bit of a busy tone, just wait a couple of moments and give us another ring. We can handle everybody. Please stay right there. Now,
because all hailing frequencies are now open, and I will be holding a channel for you, so stay right there. Hang in there.
Thank you very much. And that's coming from the communications officer, so you know it's true. Take a look at a little bit of Nichelle's work.
Richelieu, beware! Stand! No, Father. No escape for you. You either leave this war bloodied, or with my blood on your swords.
My quarter still rattles when it opens. Would you stop by and see if you can do something about it? Thanks, Bobby. Crewman, do I know you?
In a way, ma'am. You were just thinking of someone like me. I'm guessing, of course, but you do look a little lonely.
I see. So naturally, when I'm lonely, I think of you.
Nina Kudania. Nomamki Musari.
Una kefiri. Hur. Swahili.
To the bridge.
to the bridge.
I better get this tray back. Bye, Beauregard.
Wait a minute. I'll walk along. Lieutenant Uhura, report to the bridge.
Lieutenant Uhura, on my way, sir.
That was bring back memories of the Enterprise.
That was the naked time.
And it was something that I
He was
remember.
a salt eater. He was only interested in me for my body fluids.
That's right. That's right. And we have some lines open if you'd like to give as. And what we're going to start you, by the way, let's tell the folks, you have brought a very special clip that we're going to show later in the program.
Wonderful.
The very first trailer and clips of Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered
Yes.
Country. So stay tuned. We'll be showing that a little bit later.
And 6 is going to be a wonderful movie, so I
Yes.
think everybody's going to really love it.
Yeah, when James Doohan was with us, he was saying, too, he feels it's the best one so far.
Yeah, well,
It really
he
is.
hasn't lost his touch. He kind of beamed me in there
Right.
pretty well.
Let's talk a little bit about art, Nichelle, and obviously art and set design in both the original show and in the movies is extremely important to how it looks, and a lot of times this is how it all begins. In fact, this piece right here, which is V'ger, and you can see the Enterprise.
Yes.
Step back just a second here, we'll show it. The Enterprise zooming out of it. This is from Star Trek The Motion Picture. These two pictures down here of the Enterprise actually hang in the Air and Space Museum.
I think some of the finest artwork has come out of fandom and being generated from Star Trek. So much excitement and creativity in artwork has come in. Some of these are very fine.
This is called Visions of the Final Frontier. This is a portfolio put together for the 25th anniversary of Star Trek. It's exclusive to QVC as we stand and speak to you. We will have the exclusive rights to this through November. If you want to have these ready, we have them mounted on foam core board. Each one is 11 inches by 14 inches tall, and you get the full set for $84.75 and 3 payments of $28.25 if you'd like to use your if you would like to use your credit card. Now, the artists that are on here include Sid Mead, who did a lot of the work for folks for movies like Blade Runner and for Star Trek. Boris Vallejo, one of the great sci-fi and fantasy artists who did the cover for the Star Trek novel Web of the Romulans. Cintron, who created the cover of the '89 Next Generation novel called Power Hungry. Joseph Casatari, who did the cover for the '88 novel Spock's World. Don Ivan Ponchaz, who is the cover of the '89 Worlds of the Federation book, which we had last Star Trek show. Keith Birdsong, who's probably one of the most popular Star Trek artists, and he did the 1990 Next Generation novel Exiles. And the two gentlemen who are really well known to probably every sci-fi lover. Robert McCall, who is a great space artist. He's famous for his art in 2001 A Space Odyssey. And these are his two paintings. This one down here, Nichelle, of the first Enterprise, and then this one up here, which is a separate Enterprise.
And this is the one that's in the Air and Space Museum.
Right. And these two are only available tonight in this Vision set. And then Ralph McQuarrie, who is an acclaimed Star Wars artist. He did the art design for Star Trek IV. And so you're looking at a lot of what comes up. I remember this as being one of the sets on the original Star Trek. This one down here is, that was, and I forget the name of the episode. There were 70 some episodes, but this is
79.
Where that's where those bat-like creatures would come up and jump on your back, and that is the city that they used in that. These are all really quite gorgeous. Here's the Next Generation. The drawings are perfect,
They're very
don't
beautiful.
you think? They really are. We have the Spock and Kirk and McCoy over here in this picture. A really nice look, and you have all the background. Really a nice look. There's Spock up there on the top. Great, great picture of Len Nimoy. If you are currently trying to get through, we are still swamped here at QVC in phone calls, and we can handle everybody. Well, our suggestion to you is, as we give you item numbers, you might want to jot the item number down, and then when the phone lines are free and hailing frequencies are open, you can give us a ring back again. When you first when you first come on as an actress to one of the movies or to the set, do you see a lot of the drawings by the artists like this that give some idea of how to form your character?
I think no. I think the artwork has evolved over the years. After the show was on, the special effects artwork you got to see, but usually after the show was shot and that particular episode was shot, and then you would see what they did for the backgrounds or whatever, some of the great work that was done.
You sort of had to imagine it in your own mind to see how the thing, to create your character in the environment, you had to imagine how they were going to draw it up for you in special effects.
In certain aspects, yes. When that was needed, then we would be guided through of what this would look like and what it would feel like, and that command pulls the artist, the actors' work forward. You have to really demands your imagination. Yes, yeah.
There are two drawings here that are being introduced to America for the very first time. Right here is this one from Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and this is an artist concept set design for Voyager. If you remember Voyager and the
from
Enterprise.
Star Trek 1.
Right, the Enterprise is right here. I know it's a little dark for the camera to pick it up, but it's right there, and it's trying to run away from Voyager right here. And two down is a drawing that was made, and is being offered for the first time. Oh, we have a sellout we have to let you know about. Let's start out with this one, and this is going to happen all through the night, Nichelle, as happened last time.
Yes.
We do have a sellout of our theme pin, the Star Trek theme pin for this year only. The Star Trek 25th anniversary pin has sold out. We thank you very much for your phone calls on that. Again, the artists: Sid Mead, Boris Vallejo, Cintron, Joseph Casatari, Don Ponchas, Keith Birdsong, Robert McCall, and Ralph McQuarrie. These are gentlemen whose names are synonymous with science fiction art. And these two pictures by Robert McCall of the Enterprise, these hang in the Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C., and this is the first time they have been allowed to the public. And again, we have the very first opportunity ever for you to get a hold of these in this set. We've mounted them on foam board and put them on the wall. They will come to you in a beautifully packaged set that I don't have in front of me at the moment, but they really do give you a great look. When you first were offered the Star Trek play, teleplay, did you have any idea about space? Were you thinking space at all? Like, you look at these paintings and you see such imagination going toward the future.
Yes, and you think you knew.
Yeah.
But who knew? So knew. You know? No, you just did not know. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know what a Star Trek was, although it had been two pilots had been filmed. I was in Europe, living in Europe at the time, when they sent for me to come and interview for the role. And in fact, they had not even created my role yet. So I read for the role of Spock.
Yes. You were to be Spock.
No, I wasn't to be Spock. They simply had not decided what my character was going to be.
So you actually read Spock.
I read his part. And so I said, well, fine, tell me about this woman Spock. What is she like? And they said, oh no, you don't understand. That part has already been cast. And I said, oh, pity.
Let's say hello to a viewer. Hello there, you're live on the air with us. What's your name, please?
Hi, my name is Linda, and I'm from Niagara Falls, New York.
Hello, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Please meet Nichelle.
Hi, Linda.
Oh, I love Star Trek, and you're fantastic, Nichelle.
Thank you.
I love it.
How long have you been a fan of Star Trek? Since '63?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm
66.
not going to date
66.
myself here. I've loved it forever, and I'm an artist, so I appreciate your artwork in the back.
You like all of these?
Oh, they're fantastic.
Aren't they
beautiful,
something?
beautiful work.
Well, you know, set designers for the movies, I think, are some of the most fantastic artists that work today. to envision that, and then of course to have a photographer who can make it come alive.
Can make it, yes.
But it's the vision, I think, that comes out first. 14 of them. You think that's enough?
Oh, that's fantastic, and they're going to be they're going to look great on my wall.
Great.
Yeah. There are so many here to pick from. I really think that...
well, you'd think in 14 they could have gotten Uhura up here, but don't let that stop you.
What is that?
Yeah, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah, we'll have
to make that.
We'll have to let you...
Repair that.
We'll fix that
we'll
next time.
We'll fix that.
Well, we sold out of another one. Just 1 second there. We have to let you know that even though we bought near 10,000 of these pins, they again sold out in just minutes. We will try and have some more back for you by our next Star Trek special in November. Sorry about those pins there. Well, you're right. We'll have to get some Uhura drawing up here.
Well, you've got the Uhura plaque and my record, so you'll be able to pick up on that.
Right.
Oh, okay. We're going to have to get in some of your artwork now. We're going to have to get you portrayed.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Well,
perhaps you'll do it.
That's right.
Yes. Why don't you give it a try and send us something?
I just might do that.
Well, please do. Send it directly to me.
Oh, I think I'll do that.
All right.
Okay, Linda.
I'll get a copy of it to Nichelle.
Oh, thanks. I missed out on everything last time.
Well, that's going quickly this time too.
Oh, it is.
It is.
And I've gotten so much from QVC. I just think you're an elegant station, really, compared to the other one.
Well, thank you
I agree
very
with
much.
you.
Nichelle is actually a customer of ours.
I'm a QVC buyer.
She lives in Los Angeles. We were having dinner tonight, and I asked her if she'd ever seen the show, and she says, "I'll tell you how I've seen it. I owe about."
they have a lot of my money.
Really?
Well, we appreciate
really
you giving
excited.
us.
So that was why it was rather nice to come on and be involved and present my new album and so forth. It's a lot of fun. But you know what? The thing that I like about QVC is it's a very easy sell. You know, you can just sit back in your home and relax and jot down the numbers, and there's always something really nice on to decide about. And they bring things back. You know, I like that too. You miss out the first time.
That's
you're
true.
gonna
Well,
come back
maybe
again.
they'll bring you back.
We will certainly do that. Thank you so much for giving us a ring tonight, and we appreciate your support.
Oh, thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to both of you.
Thanks.
And I'm looking forward to the movie.
Oh, it's
a really good one. You're going to like it.
Stay tuned tonight. Don't leave this special, because toward the ends of this 2 hours, you will see your first look at Star Trek VI.
Well, you can't pull me away from it.
Okay. Have a good day now.
All righty.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All of this art, 14 different pieces. It's called Visions of the Final Frontier. A lot of you on the line for it. Please stay there, and we will get it right to you. All of the great artwork from set designers, art designers, and some of the great sci-fi artists in the business. And it's only $84.75. We'll be right back with more of our Star Trek special. Don't you go anywhere. Sox, my very special guest, Nichelle Nichols, is with us. I can't get over the fact that you read for Ms. Spock. That's just great.
I was in Europe, like I said, and my agent calls me and he says, "Come back there doing." He sent me a telegram. "Come back there doing Star Trek." Well, I didn't know what a Star Trek was. I thought it was just another episode of something. I'd been gone for 4 months.
Did you meet Gene Roddenberry at the time of the audition?
When I came back. Yeah. So I refused to come back. So my agent made me an offer I couldn't refuse. He sent me a first-class round-trip ticket, and he says, if you don't get this role, the ticket is on me. But I expect you to get it, so I want my cotton-picking money back.
Well, we have something that maybe you could have flown in the next 400 years, perhaps. Take a look right over here, and you will see almost 5 feet long, the Star Trek Mobile. And this is fab. Didn't you say you have one of these in your home?
This is wonderful. I have this hanging in my music room, and everyone who comes in and sees it is just awestruck. And it's a beautiful mobile.
It is. It's
it's so real, authentic looking, and it's lovely.
All
it's
the detail is there. This is C8863. It's only $35, and the reason it can come to you so inexpensively is, number one, it's QVC you're watching, and number two, it is made of a very fine, pre-scored and pre-folded, durable cardboard.
And it's very durable.
Yeah, and you get all of that detail and that great look in durable cardboard, and we have it lit from underneath, which you can do very easily at your home too. It is the NCC 1701A version of the Enterprise, and you see the bridge and all of the impulse and the warp drive engines, etc., all beautifully done on there. 1/8 inch thick, and it comes unassembled. You have to put it together, so you have to have a little bit of Scotty in you to
well,
put it
if
together.
you look real close, and you'll see me at my station, at my communications station, just right up under in the bridge.
Right. We have a phone call to talk to. Hello there, you're live on the air. What's your name, please?
My name is Tony.
Tony, how are you?
Hi,
fine.
Tony.
And please meet Nichelle.
Hi. I have been waiting for Star Trek to come out for a week. My boyfriend loves Star Trek.
What did you pick up tonight?
The mugs.
Oh, the ones where
oh, that's fun.
those guys disappear and reappear?
Yeah.
Yep. We watch Star Trek all the time. He ordered the whole library.
Oh, boy. That's somebody who loves
good.
it.
We have got every show that they've even made. He's even went out and bought the movies.
Well, it certainly has generated that kind of following, hasn't it?
Yes. And he just adores them. They came on last year, and we didn't get it in time. I didn't get a call in time, so we missed it.
Yeah.
So I made sure that I was going to hit it this time.
Well, they did sell out last time, and they're on their way to doing that again. In fact, everything is still very busy, and we'll remind everyone who's on the line, stay right there. Any questions for Nichelle while we have you on the line?
Yes. Is this next Star Trek 6, is it just as good as the last one?
I think that you're going to not be disappointed. I think it's one of the most exciting ones. My favorite ones are 2 and 4 until now, and so I have to add 6 to it. 2, 4, and 6, I think, will stand out as the most exciting ones, and 6 has some really special aspects of it that will stand out even
Some
greater.
new things we haven't seen before.
Yes.
All right.
My favorite show of Star Trek was The Troubles with Tribbles.
Oh, The Trouble with Tribbles. Do you know that's the #1 favorite show? And of course, Uhura brought the little buggers on the ship, you know.
I know. And I wish I could find one of those little troubles, because I would absolutely buy one.
Well, we're trying to get some for our next show.
For the next show, you're going to have some. There's a really lovely one coming out, and you're going to love it. It's going to be really beautiful.
And I liked when Spock was back into where he was a child. I don't remember what show it is, but I liked
Amok Time?
that one.
That
Amok
was.
Time?
You're talking about the films.
Yeah, the movie.
The movies.
the movies.
That was the Search for Spock.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
I liked that one.
Star Trek 3, I think.
That was my favorite movie.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much for joining us on our show tonight, and I hope everything is to your liking.
Yes, I really like Star Trek.
It sounds
Thank
like
you.
it.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. The USS Enterprise Mobile, it is almost 5 feet long. It is really quite huge. $35. Looks great, and of course, as Nichelle was just telling you, it hangs in her music room at home. C8863. Still available, that great night shirt for male and female, and that is $21.75. Over 600 ordered so far. To boldly go where no man has gone before. The original motto from the Star Trek series, and a great night shirt for the ladies or the gentlemen. C8866. Over 700 of the IDIC pins, infinite diversity and infinite
combinations.
that's right, and it is ready for you in pin and pendant at $19.25. C15353. Very popular with the ladies this evening.
And a lovely.
Well, this is the first one signed by Nichelle Nichols, and this is the autographed plaque, and it is the tribute to Gene Roddenberry. Gene, a limited edition, only 1,500 of these were made. We have it done in gold, and plus, not only do you get the gold record with the original cover signed by Nichelle in silver ink right across the front here, You also get, we're going to give you an actual single that you can play.
Absolutely. Now, let me explain. This is the cover of my new album that's coming out in cassette and CD, November the 1st. Great. And this is the record in 24-karat gold of the album, of one of the songs from the album, which is the commemoration to Gene Roddenberry, tribute to Gene Roddenberry, and it's a beautiful song written just for him.
Let's hear a little bit of it. We actually pulled some off of your cassette. I don't know whether you know that or not.
Yes.
Let's give the folks.
Did you?
Let's give the folks their first hearing of Nichelle Nichols' new album.
Oh, future visionary Jane, you gave me tears and laughter, Jane. You shine the starlight on my dreams. Jane, oh, daring flying hero, Jane, you always soar with eagles, Jane. Your universe was meant to be.
That is really special. And
I wanted to do something to give tribute to Gene, and I got together with the man who wrote my musical, my one-woman show, Jim Meehan. And I said, Jim, we got together to write this, and he said, I want something that says it all about Gene. He's a futurist, a visionary. This is a man who insisted on top quality for his show.
He got it.
This is the great bird of the galaxy. He gave us these dreams. Let's do something beautiful for him. Well, and Jim Meehan just said, he came one day and he says, how is this? And I read it and I cried. And I said, we have to record it.
And you have a chance to own it right now before anyone else. This is the single, Gene, and this is the commemorative plaque signed by Nichelle Nichols. Beautifully done, and it is a limited edition, only 1,500 pieces, and it is not going to last very long. See 8876. You know, one thing.
And I promise you, I signed every last one of these.
Her hand is still
in
cramped.
Silver. My hand is still cramped in silver. I think it's a beautiful plaque. I presented one to Gene Roddenberry just before I left, and he cried. It was so
one thing that's very impressive, and a lot of people don't know, is that you started out a career in music.
I come out of the theater and out of musical comedy.
And one thing I never knew, and this is quite impressive, is that Nichelle, at the age of 14, was discovered by Duke Ellington.
The great Duke Ellington.
And you toured with Duke Ellington through your late teens and on.
Well, he saw me when I was 14, 15, and a couple of years, he asked to meet me, and a couple of years later, he came back and asked me if I would create and choreograph and perform a ballet to one of his musical suites. And so I did. I was 17 or 18, and so I did. And during the tour, the band singer got sick, and Mr. Ellington said, you go on.
One of those dreams.
It was one of those dreams, you know.
The plaque is yours for only $199.50, or put it on Easy Pay, 3 payments of $66.50. Now we're talking about Nichelle being a great singer, I want to show you something right off the top here, because I think it's important. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on tonight. But Nichelle has a new one-woman show called Reflections that will debuted in Los Angeles at the Westlake Theater, and of course
at the Westwood Theater.
Is a critically acclaimed show, and it will be touring the country. She had to put it into hiatus for the filming of Star Trek VI. But just to give you just a little idea, she actually portrays 14 of the great legends in acting and in singing. And take a look at just a couple of them here.
And one of the wonderful things about it is that about the show is that I'm not singing any of the Legends songs. These, again, is all original
music in their style.
In their style that, again, was written by Jim Meehan.
Take a look at this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's lovely. Go on with that. Now, see, baby, this is what I'm talking about. You gotta move it easy, then move it on down the way. So you gotta just move it easy, and never mind anything they might say. Let the brothers rock the mothers, honey. Your shoulder, don't you be no fool. You just move it easy, move it, baby. Move it on down the way. Now listen. No one is like you.
Of course, we were looking there.
I love her. That was a hit every night.
We were looking at your rendition of Pearl Bailey and a little bit of Sarah Vaughan there. Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
I can't wait for you to bring it to our area and we can come and see you.
I'm looking forward to it. They're setting the tour right now.
Well, we have something for you right now. Your Captain.
Indeed.
And, this sold out the last time we had it on the air for a very good reason. Number one, it's a limited edition, only 2,500 pieces. Number two, it is two great pictures of William Shatner as Captain James Tiberius Kirk, and it is signed by Bill Shatner himself. Now, that is probably one of the hardest signatures to get anywhere, and we have a few of these remaining. Sold out last time it was on the air, and if you would like to have it, it's item C8306, and the QVC price is $117, or 3 payments of only $39 each on Easy Pay, and that really makes having something like this a real top-of-the-line collector's item from the Star Trek series with William Shatner's signature right down here, and this will be, of course, along with a certificate of authenticity, and it comes along with Bill Shatner's signature in indelible ink underneath the acrylic. I wanted to ask you a little bit about Gene Roddenberry, since we were talking about it, and of course Gene was putting together Bill Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and all these folks, DeForest Kelley. And I understand that one of the reasons why Gene Kelly is so loved, especially by you and George, and folks like that, is he really went to the mat against the networks to have you on the show, to actually get you on there. He wanted a fully diverse ethnic crew for Star Trek.
Gene Roddenberry is a very exceptional human being. He was determined that the 23rd century was going to reflect how human beings should be on this earth, and that was going to be men and women of all colors and creeds working in harmony with one another, and perhaps, as he projected, another life form, intelligent life form, and that we could transcend our differences and respect our differences. And that's where I think that he is so exceptional, because he said, we're not doing this in spite of our differences. We're respecting one another because of our differences.
And I think one of the nice things about the Star Trek show is people like James Tiberius Kirk, the leader, the bold Errol Flynn type, and Spock, the brainy type. That's true. He put together all of our heroes and all of our future heroes in a diverse crew. And,
exactly.
And as I do understand it, the network was a little bit hesitant about trying that, and he really went, and
they were a little more than a little bit hesitant.
He went and he actually went to the mats and said, "This is the way it's going to be."
As a matter of fact, he had finally convinced them that to have an interracial crew.
Mm-hmm.
And however, but they all had them in as extras.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one at the time that they sold the series was the Asian, George Takei.
Mm-hmm.
And after Gene sold the series, he said to them, and just before they started shooting, "I'm going to make a change on the command crew." And they said, fine. They said, you know, they figured they knew what it was. And he says, "I just want to add a little color to the bridge." And little did they know, the little color that he meant was
the communications
the communications officer.
When you were sitting on the bridge, what was it like to serve under Captain James Tiberius Kirk?
Working in that atmosphere was very exciting. I hadn't really realized that I was involved with a historic television first.
Mm-hmm.
The first black and the first woman in a non-stereotypical role. And I hadn't thought about it until after the first year. I thought, well, I want to get back to music, I want to get back to the theater, and I was going to leave the show. Mm-hmm. And it was at that time that I met Dr. Martin Luther King
mm-hmm.
at some benefit, maybe NAACP benefit or something. And he said, "My family and I are very big fans of yours." I said, "How wonderful, thank you very much." I said, "But of course I'm going to leave the show." He said, "You cannot." And I said, "What are you talking about, Dr. King?" Mm-hmm. And he said, and he's the one who said, "You have opened a door that can never be closed again. You've changed the face of television forever."
You did.
And that the manner in which you've created your role has, with such dignity, you cannot leave, because for the first time, the world sees us as we are supposed to be. He's the first one who said to me, "You're the first you have the first non-stereotypical role. It's not a black role, it's not a female role. And people see us as we should be seen, on equal terms."
Yeah, we should talk about that in a few moments. I just want to remind a little bit more, because that is a very important point you bring up there. But I want to remind folks that this did sell out the last time it was on the air, and it is moving towards doing the same thing now. You just don't get a Bill Shatner signature all that easily, and you certainly can't get it by going to the StarCon conventions that time. He doesn't do that often. C8306 is a Captain Kirk signature, Bill Shatner signature, and two great poses as James T. Kirk at $117. Easy to own with our Easy Pay program, $39. You can give us a ring right now at 1-800-345-1515 to own yours. Also available, George Takei Sulu. I keep doing that.
Yes.
I want to pronounce it in the Latin. The Sulu autographed plaque at $83.25. And you can own that signed by him. It's a limited edition, too. Not too many of them will be available. Plus, George's autographed replica uniform top. And these are the actual uniforms that were worn, the polyester uniforms with the insignia on there. That's C8304, which we'll show you in just a second here. There it is. And that's $108. You can actually wear this. One size fits all. We have them in extra large, and they're completely washable. You're not going to want to wash that one because it has George's signature right on it. Everybody here at QVC is going to live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
I have right next to me and right next to Nichelle 3 fabulous T-shirts. This one right here is on my agenda unless you all buy it out tonight. This is the Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered. This is the official debut of the Star Trek 6 T-shirts. We also have the Star Trek 25th Anniversary T-shirt, and we have a great what we call the roll-up T-shirt. That's the Star Trek. It's called the Voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Now, the roll-up has only large left in it. It's 100% cotton. We had extra large, but it's sold out.
But these are fun to wear, large ones, because you can just kind of slop around in them. And I always buy extra large myself.
Sure.
And this is lovely because it has the double crew and the roll-up.
And the roll-up sleeve.
Quite beautiful. Quite beautiful.
If you want to wear them down, it'll go almost to the elbow, but they're only largest left in there. That's 100% cotton, pre-shrunk. The two shirts up on the top, the Star Trek 6 official T-shirt and the Star Trek official 25th anniversary are 50% cotton, 50% polyester. They come in medium, large, and extra large. The Star Trek 6 is getting very slim in all sizes. Good afternoon, or evening. You're live on the Star Trek special with Bob Bowersox and Nichelle Nichols. What's your name, please?
Hello, Nichelle. My name is Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Man wants to say hi. Hi, Joel. How are you? Welcome to our special.
Thank you. My wife and I both have been admirers of Star Trek, and particularly Uhura, for several years now.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
We're from Monroe, Louisiana.
From where?
Monroe, Louisiana.
Monroe, Louisiana.
My wife and I have
welcome
had
to
a chance to
QVC.
meet. Well, thank you very much. We loved a story you wrote several years ago called Surprise.
Surprise.
Yes. My wife, I got your autograph in 1983 in Dallas at the convention there. And we've had opportunities to hear you sing before, and your voice is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
It is.
The album is a treat. And
Are you looking forward to seeing Nichelle in her show Reflections as it comes to your area?
I don't know if it's coming to Monroe, Louisiana, but we will.
It'll come someplace close by. You'll have to come.
That's right.
In the meantime, my new album will be out of this world, which I have one of the plaque here, and one of the songs from it. There's a commemoration to Gene Roddenberry, a tribute to Gene Roddenberry, and so it'll be out November the 1st. You can get it, but in the meantime, you can get my plaque with it on. It actually has a vinyl that you can actually play.
Fantastic.
Did you pick up one of the T-shirts tonight?
Yes, we did.
Which one?
The 25th anniversary roll-up.
Oh, the 25th anniversary is the white one there?
That's right.
Isn't that a beauty?
Yeah, that's a beauty.
It is lovely.
Yeah.
We'll be wearing it on the 50th anniversary, believe me.
That's good for you. I'm partial to the Star Trek 6 there. That's a beauty, I think.
The Undiscovered Country. That's really a lovely one.
Gonna go see the movie?
Yes, I've seen the previews, and it looks wonderful.
Well, I don't want you to go away, because we are debuting tonight nationally for the first time anywhere, clips of Star Trek 6. And so if you want to stay tuned for the next hour or so, you're going to see them toward the end of the program, okay?
We shall be watching.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Live long and prosper. Bye-bye. We sold out of that turquoise and black roll-up. That's why I took it away. There's Mark in the 25th anniversary, and Candy in the Star Trek 6. Extra large is now sold out in both of those T-shirts. We have medium and large only. They're going very quickly. And we're going to take a moment here. And Nichelle, of course, you being a QVC customer and a QVC watcher, know what a lucky number is. So let's go draw that.
I certainly do. Let's do it.
Melanie's going to draw the next lucky number. It's going to be 4 digits, and she will draw them right now one at a time. If those 4 digits match in the same exact sequence, either the first 4 digits or the last 4 digits of your QVC membership number, then you're a winner. All you have to do is call us before the next lucky number is drawn on this channel, and 25 Sharper dollars will be credited to your QVC account, and you'll be automatically entered in tomorrow night's daily grand prize drawing, and that's for 1,000 QVC Sharper dollars. Please keep in mind you can claim only one lucky number prize in any 24-hour period, but you never know. You might be the next winner. 5767, the brand new lucky number, 5767. Good luck. I hope that is yours. I was going to ask you, we're talking about clothing here. We have a friend that used to work here at QVC by the name of Joe Farrago. He was a show host, and he is in Star Trek 6. He is on the crew of Sulu's Excelsior.
Yes.
And he was telling me stories about the uniforms, how awful tough they were to get into and out of. Were they really a pain?
It depends on which ones you're talking about. The original in the series were wonderful. They were just fine. Very, very easy and very nicely designed. Star Trek 1, the motion picture, was a bear. It was all in one, and you know what that means, like a jumpsuit, but it was also made into the boot.
Oh, really? Like stirrups?
Yep. No, all the way into the boot.
Oh, you couldn't take the boot off?
Yes, you had to step into the whole thing.
Boy, that must have been awful.
And the guy misjudged by 2 inches when he put it on, and so we were kind of walking around in...
A little stiff?
Yes, very uncomfortable. I hated those fellas.
Well,
then they redesigned for Star Trek 2 through now. And now I don't like the new ones, although they're handsome. Because they're kind of this color, burgundy, a lovely burgundy, and they look very good. But they forgot and made them double-breasted in wool and folded and so forth.
So it's hot.
It's not only hot, but it's double-breasted. I said, guys, I'm already double-breasted.
It's very, very hot.
Yeah, it's very, very
We'll be right back with a lot more of the Star Trek special. Remember, these T-shirts going very quickly at $19.75 a piece. That's the official Star Trek 6 and the official 25th anniversary. Please stay on the line. See 8858 for either one of those. We'll be right back with more of our second Star Trek special with Nichelle Nichols. Don't go anywhere.
I'm sorry. I did it again, didn't I?
On the Starship Enterprise, there's someone who's in Satan's guise, whose devil ears and devil eyes could rip your heart from you. At first his look could hypnotize, and then his touch would vaporize. His alien love could victimize and rip your heart from you. And that's why female astronauts, oh very female astronauts, wait terrified and overwrought to find what he will do. Oh, girls in space, be wary, be wary.
Hello and welcome back to the QVC bridge, I guess we're on. I'm Bob Bowersox, my special guest Nichelle Nichols, and we welcome you back for our second half of the Star Trek special. That was from Charlie X,
It's a pleasure
of
to be here. That was from Charlie X.
Right.
And it was so funny, you know, they would, they didn't want me to sing in my net. They wanted an ethereal voice. And Gene discovered I have a 3.5 octave range, you know. So he wanted it to go from top to bottom without music. They added the music later.
So you actually had to a cappella sing this.
Yes. That's when I learned how to a cappella really well.
Real fast. Well, we have two things now, Nichelle, to bring our viewer that are really exciting, and they are both sold out the last time they were on the air, and they're both extremely limited quantities. Already half the quantities of each one have been sold. We'll start by showing you C8308, which is the limited edition Next Generation Star Trek crew. This is basically the original crew from Geordi to Will Wheaton over there. And this is a limited edition. Only 5,000 of these were made, and our allotment last time sold out. We managed to get some more. Beautiful 8x10 photograph under acrylic, with a great wooden space design in the back, black wood in the back, suitable for framing. It is a 15-inch by 12-inch plaque that you'll be able to hang up. Sold out last time on the air. It's $91.50 if you'd like to have it. C8308. Nichelle, what do you think of the new crew of the Enterprise? How do you like the Next Generation program?
I think they're excellent. Several of the people on the show I knew before. And the other guys I've come to know since. And I always say it's nice to know my friends are all working.
Yes, indeed. What do you think of the show in particular? I mean, Gene, obviously, when he was asked to do this again, said, I'm going to do it the way I want, with no network interference.
That's right.
And they said, do it, and look what has come out of it.
It's wonderful. I think it's wonderful because I hope there'll be not only the next generation, but the next and the next and the next. Right. Because Gene Roddenberry had a wonderful philosophy. harmony among people and human beings, whether human or
otherwise,
alien, as we know it. And I love his philosophy of peaceful exploration and non-interference in other cultures. I love his idea of IDIC, infinite diversity and infinite combinations is what makes the universe beautiful.
And this is beautifully done. It does have the Star Trek The Next Generation brass plaque on the bottom and a picture of NCC 1701D, which is the Next Generation Enterprise down here on the bottom, a great picture of it. And again, limited edition for $91.50. Now, we'll bring this plaque out here and we'll show you, whoops, sorry about your water there, Nichelle. And this is your next offer, and this one is the original crew of the Starship Enterprise, and this is a limited edition again. Over 300 ordered tonight so far. C8307, it too is $91.50. Limited edition of 5,000 plaques. It has the 25th anniversary pin logo down here, and it has NCC 1701A, the very
platinum.
first one. And this in that platinum silver color and that beautiful space background.
Yes.
Of course, you have the whole crew all the way across here, all your buddies.
And that's a wonderful shot with all the original crew. And I particularly like, you see the beauty of the
red
of the wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yes, I think this is really exciting.
Now, what era was this taken from?
This is Star Trek. This is Star Trek 5.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is a very recent photograph.
This is a recent one, and again, they're all of the
It's a great
original
looking
people.
piece. This too sold out on September 11th in our first show, and it is just brought back. Both of these plaques are really great collector's items. They're going to become even more so as we go through time and Star Trek, because you have the original two crews here. In fact, this Next Generation actually still has Will Wheaton on it. The original crew included Will Wheaton as Wesley Crusher. And these are both very limited if you'd like to have one. Hello there, you're live on the air with Bob and Nichelle Nichols. What's your name, please?
Hi, my name is Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Hi. I'm so happy I got through.
Well, it's nice to hear from you. Where are you from?
I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Well, nice to meet you, and please meet Nichelle Nichols.
Hi, Nichelle. How are you?
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
How long have you been interested in Star Trek?
Me, I've been interested in about 2 years. When I met my husband, he's been a big fan for years, ever since he was a little child. He's gone to every convention. He used to meet Leonard Nimoy at Toys R Us when he used to go there years ago.
Wonderful.
Well, that's going back a few years.
Yeah, he has pictures of him, and even till today, we make every convention.
That's
and
great.
He built every model ever put out, and he's a really big collector. Every movie, everything.
Are you picking up something for him tonight?
Yes, definitely.
What are you picking up?
We ordered the laser disc. It was beautiful. We've never seen anything like it. It
The
was
one of Picard and Kirk?
Yes, absolutely beautiful.
That's very
gorgeous?
pretty, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a very special one.
Yeah, we've never seen anything like it.
The two captains together, Kirk and Picard, really make a nice little present for him.
Oh, yeah. It's terrific.
There it is.
Just beautiful.
Any questions for Nichelle?
Well, how about Star Trek 6?
It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, you had a lot of fun making it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, and it's one of the, as I said before, it's one of my favorite. It becomes one of my favorite. My favorite 2, 4, and now 6.
Yeah.
I think you're really going to love it.
You stay tuned. You're going to see a little bit of it toward the end of the show, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
The two plaques, the Next Generation and the original crew, $91.50 apiece, both sellouts last time, both limited editions. We did get in a few more. 2 dozen of the originals remain. 2 dozen of these remain. They will sell out before the show. Next Generation not far behind. Give us a call now. Very inexpensive price for a very rare photograph in full color. And the plaque with the different Star Trek ships on there as well. Give us a ring at 1-800-345-1515. Over 1,000 of the mugs have been ordered so far. If you'd like to have one, give us a ring or a set. You're going to get both of them. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy disappear. They beam up when the hot coffee or cocoa or tea goes into the cup, and as it cools down, they reappear on the transporter pad. $27.27, the introductory price, C88.54, and as I said, they did sell out last time. And also the limited edition Next Generation soundtrack record plaque. These are two very special offers. The Next Generation and the original soundtrack, the original Star Trek soundtrack, $199.50 for a platinum color covered album, and the original covers on both of them. Well, we have to let you know the original Star Trek plaque has once again sold out. And we thank you very much for your calls on that. Next Generation is very close to doing that if you'd like to pick that up. Well, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, Spock's thoughts, actually, as you know, it's Gene Roddenberry's.
Yes.
Infinite diversity and infinite combinations,
Yes.
IDIC,
Yes.
as we said. And we have a brand new offer for the ladies, especially tonight on Star Trek Special. This is an IDIC pin and necklace set. And IDIC is actually the pattern. That's what it's called. Infinite, I, infinite, diversity, D, I, infinite, combination, C, IDIC, I-D-I-C.
And they're beautifully
They really
crafted.
Yes,
I
they
really
are.
like this. I've seen some that aren't as lovely as this, but these really look like gold, platinum, and diamond.
They are done in beautiful gold tone and silver tone metal. That is a beautiful rhinestone in the middle of the pin. And in the middle of the pendant, we have a gold-plated 18-inch chain with a spring ring closure that comes along. I'm going to put a ruler right next to this just to show you. The pin is slightly bigger than the pendant. There they are on candy. The gentleman could use the pin as a tie tack without any problem whatsoever. In fact, I was going to wear that tonight and I forgot to put it on. So you might want to get the tie tack for your husband and you have the pendant for yourself. They are slightly different. For instance, here is the pendant. You see that goes about a ½ an inch to 5/8 of an inch wide. The pin down here is a little bit larger. The pin goes down to almost 3/4 of an inch. And that pattern is just beautiful. It really is.
Yes, it's very pretty.
Let me ask you a question about Uhura. We see her a lot in the films, and you revealed a lot of her. But I asked Jimmy Doohan the same question.
Yes.
Was there anything about the character of Uhura that you know, that when you developed that character as a person, that you were unable, because of script limitations or whatever, to let us know? Is there any side of Uhura that we have not seen?
Oh, yes, quite a bit. A little bit comes out when, at one time, Sulu comes swinging into the scene and grabs Uhura and says, "I shall save you, fair maiden." And Uhura says, "Sorry, neither." That gave that gave you a little insight into her. She had obviously a sense of humor. But when I got the role, you always want to create a background. And we had decided she was from the United States of Africa.
Okay.
Her tribe is Igbo. And so I developed an entire history for her, of her parentage and her expectations, the expectations of her family and her tribe, and why she would go on a 5-year mission where no man or woman has gone before, and why she was chosen to be head of communications on that ship.
You once gave an interview where you said she would not like to be the captain of a starship, but she would like to be the head of communications
Head
on
of all
Earth.
communications. I think she would retire and be head of all communications on Earth, and then she could tell everybody where to go.
One other thing that you put into an interview too was that in your mind, as you were sitting there as Uhura, head of communications, you were in contact with over 100 other people in the bowels of the ship.
Absolutely.
You created in your mind that you were leading a 100-person division of the crew.
That was a given from Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, was
when
it?
Yes, just as Scotty was head of engineering, she was head of communications, and so it wasn't just she, but when she could operate from her panel. But she had people who were involved in communications and we never got to, that's one of the things, we never got to truly develop all the aspects of the crew and the ship and their characters.
Did you like sliding into the character? Was she a good friend of yours?
Well, I look at her as being my great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter. And I have been asked, and as a matter of fact, we're talking to a couple of publishers now to finally write my book. And
that would be great.
I'm thinking of writing the Uhura Connection.
If you write it, we'll have it here.
Yes, okay.
We have the pins available for you, the pin and pendant set. This is just great. It's the first time we've ever been able to offer it, and it's very special for the ladies. The IDIC pin, that's infinite diversity and infinite combinations, a Spock-ism, actually a Roddenberry-ism, J15353 at $19.25. If you'd like to give us a ring, you can do so right now at 1-800-345-1515.